Hey, welcome to this video. We're going to be looking at how to interpret and apply a solution to a system of equations. So after you solve a system of equations, what does it look like to take that information and actually apply it, or to even just verify that it's accurate? Take a look at the example they give you here. At Happy Tails Animal Boarding, cat food and dog food is purchased weekly. Last week, Karen purchased 6 bags of cat food and 9 bags of dog food for a total of $117. This week, she purchased 4 bags of cat food and 7 bags of dog food for a total of $87. Assuming the prices for the cat and dog food have not changed over the past 2 weeks, find and solve a system of equations which can be used to determine the cost of a bag of cat food, C, and the cost of a bag of dog food, D. Now, to complete this problem is actually a Chapter 6 skill of writing a system of equations and then solving it. Because the system that they create here, if you look at their solution in this section right here, a system that they create is set up for something we'll come to know as the elimination method. So I'm not going to go into how to write and solve this system in this video. You'll see that if you look at our Chapter 6 videos on writing a systems of equations. However, in this video, I do want to talk about the solution. So I'm going to scroll down to what the solution is. When they go through the whole process of writing and solving this, and they go through all of these steps in order to solve it, they come down to the very end, and I want to identify what they solved and discovered. We discovered that D equals 9 and C equals 6. Well, what does that mean? All right, you have to go back to where they first introduced these two variables. In the very beginning, they introduced our variables here. They said a bag of cat food is C. A cost of a bag of dog food is D. So as we're looking at that, C is our cost for cat food, D is our cost for dog food. So when we come down to the bottom and we get our answer as D equals 9 and C equals 6, we can interpret that as a bag of dog food is $9. A bag of cat food is $6. And we could also talk about any comparison. When you go into interpreting a solution, I could go ask you the question, how much more does dog food cost than cat food? And we could say, oh, a bag of dog food is $3 more than a bag of cat food. So as we're looking at the solution, it's not just about finding the solution, it's about what it represents in the context of this problem, and is there any other information about the solution that we're looking for? All right, so that's what we're looking at. Let's take a look at one of the keystone problems that talks about this standard. All right, take a look at this one. This is a sample of a keystone problem. It says Gloria is considering 2 different movie services. Service A charges $15 monthly fee for unlimited streaming of movies and $2.50 per DVD rental. Service B charges $12 monthly fee for unlimited streaming of movies and $3.50 per DVD rental. The system of equations below describes the relationship between the number of DVDs rented per month, X, and the monthly cost, Y, in dollars for both services. Notice they gave you the system of equations. They're not asking you to write it in this case. They gave it to you because they want you to interpret the solution rather than focus on writing the equation itself. Which statement about the cost of the movie services is true? And they give us 4 options here. When Gloria rents 3 DVDs per month, either service will cost her $22.50 per month. When Gloria rents 6 DVDs per month, either service will cost her $27 per month, and so on. You could pause the video and read the other 2. But they want us to then identify which one of these statements is correct. There's 2 ways to go about this. One, I could solve this system of equations as we've seen before, where I can do $15 plus 250x. I want to know, when is that going to be equal to $12 plus 350x? And I could go ahead and solve that to subtract my 2.5x from each side and subtract my 12 from each side. 15 minus 12 is 3. These cancel out. Equals over here. 12s cancel out. 350x minus 150x gives me 1x. and I find out that x is 3. But remember, when we find the solution, we have to interpret what that is. Well, what does x mean? Well, x was first found here. That is the DVDs rented per month. All right, so that's x is the DVDs per month. So we know that they're going to be the same if you rent 3 DVDs per month. So as I look down here, it says when Gloria rents 3 DVDs per month in this first one, when she rents 3 DVDs per month, either service will cost her $22.50. Well, I know that they're going to be the same at 3 DVDs. I do need to double check, is that cost of $22.50 true? And to do that, I can go ahead and plug that in to either one. I'm trying to erase there if you're wondering what in the world is going on. All right, I was trying to use my 4-finger erase, but it didn't work. All right, so as I look at this, I can plug that 3 in for x in either of these. And if you plug 3 in for x, you will find that both of these give you $22.50 for their total cost. That shows me that A is indeed true. When we rent 3 DVDs, both services will cost $22.50 per month. So that's how you could go about solving the entire thing. The other way to go through this would be to just plug in what you know. And I'm going to erase some things here. All right. If I wanted to test B, for example, when we rent 6 DVDs per month, I could come up here and I could put 6 in for both of these. And if I put 6 in for both of those, you could calculate what each one is costing. Now let's go ahead and do that. So 15 plus 250 times 6. For the first service, I will get $30 total. For the second service, I will get $33 total. Notice at that point, 1, it's not 27, and they're not the same at that point. So we know that B is wrong. And I could go ahead and I could test C and D as well to see that they are also false statements. But you can solve the system of equations to get your own solution and then interpret that solution, or you can take the solutions they give you, plug them in to see which ones are actually true and make sense. The biggest thing to this skill is making sure that you identify what your variables represent. In this case, DVDs rented per month is X. Monthly cost is Y.